Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're gonna do some Tidewalker, man. Some Morogrim Tidewalker. This is a pretty easy fight, man. It's a couple phases. It's just you're fighting him, then you fight some Murlocs, and you fight him, then you fight some Murlocs, and guess what? You fight him, and then you fight some more Murlocs, and then there's phase 3 at 25%, right? So, and nothing really even changes with 25% phase 3, except for the watery graves that you'll learn about in this video chase you. You run from it. Shocker. TLDR. Other than that, it's a pretty easy fight. He only's got a couple mechanics that he personally needs to worry about. 3 of them. The first one is Tidal Wave. What this does is it pretty much just does some damage to, it's a cast time, 4-second cooldown, 2-second cast. He does damage to whoever's in front of him and also increases the time between attacks by 400%. Just make sure the tank's the only one in front of him. It's so easy to deal with. It's so stupid. Just like, it's melee get hit by this, it makes me want to just hang them. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's in front of him. Have your tank the boss facing away from the raid. You don't have to worry about this at all. Just the tank gets hit. For that reason, though, watch threat. Remember, increasing the time between attacks by 400%. So kind of watch your threat a little bit, single targets. Next one, Watery Grave entombs a target in a grave of water, causing them to take damage when the watery tomb implodes. This is just 4 people randomly. Obviously, you're going to see it. 4 people randomly from raid will get teleported to this fucking watery grave, and then it'll blow up, and it'll send them in the air. It'll do about 40% of your damage, and then they'll take falling damage for like 10% too. So just like big heals on them. You'll see what we do to handle it. We put a healer closer to them, so it's pretty easy. Last thing's gonna be the earthquake that he does. The earthquake does about 1500 damage to everybody, which can be resisted. And all the earthquake does is it's less on the damage and more on what it means. And what that means is Murlocs are coming. These buff ass Murlocs are coming for you. Whenever that earthquake, not just one, a shit ton. So whenever you see that earthquake go out, bro, know that these Murlocs are coming for you. But don't worry, because we'll help you deal with these right now. All right, as for the positioning, I'm gonna pause it here. This is pretty simple. It's pretty simple. So basically the boss is scroll. Obviously, this is your main tank. This is your off tank for the right side Murlocs. This is your paladin tank for the left side Murlocs. This is your healer for the watery graves and the traps, your range, your DPS. So the boss starts here, right? You're going to bring him over here. Your tank is going to tank him here, facing away from the raid. Your melee will stack behind the boss on each other like butt cheeks, and they will make sure they pump and stay out of the way. Do not cross to the side or in front of it. It's a frontal for Tidal Wave, but just, you know, be a little careful. You can get that diagonal weird aggro, right? So just sit behind the boss and pump. Ranged are literally sitting here the whole time pumping. Melee is sitting there the whole time pumping. The tank's sitting here the whole time threading. Now, this tank and this tank, depending on which tanks you want, I would 100% suggest 2 paladin tanks. You need 3 tanks total. 1 for the boss, 2 for Murlocs, 1 for each side. Now, I would suggest a paladin tank and a paladin tank. Now, that isn't, you don't need to do that in this video. I have 2 paladin tanks. I've done it millions of times with the Druid tank for that reason. So this paladin tank, he's not sitting over here. He's really fighting over here, but I'm putting him over here. So when the Murlocs come, he's already ready to go. So let's say the Murloc spawns. The Murloc spawns. Tank 1 over here, simply just body aggro. Just go, you can go body aggro, you can do game MD, multi-shot, you can do whatever. Do whatever to pull aggro on these Murlocs that are coming, right? As soon as they come, you now have the aggro. You're meeting your other tank right here. Now, this paladin tank, say you're sitting right here, and all of a sudden the Murlocs get called. You're just going to simply run over here, put a consecration down. The Murlocs will run in a straight line through the consecration to you, giving you aggro, and then you bring it down to here, and then you tanks just go around in a circle. Why are you going in a circle? Because you're kiting. What are you kiting with? These beautiful frost traps, I'm sorry. So, frost traps, hunters, you guys are just going to put a couple down every time there's a Murloc, so the two tanks can kite it around. And what's the last step after that? Seed of Corruption. At this point, you will have all Warlocks cast the Seed of Corruption and Mages Arcane Explosion and fuck these Murlocs up. That's the whole fight. That's it. Do that, you know, 3-4 times and you win the fight. So literally just do that every time. You stack, nuke the boss down, seed the adds down, kite the adds around. 25% happens. At 25%, he will stop doing watery graves. Oh, watery graves, why we're here. See these waterfalls? Those are the watery graves. It'll just take 4 random people. It'll put them right here, for instance. You know, it'll put them right here, right here, right here, and right here. All of a sudden, I'm watery graved. I can't do anything. I'm stunned. I'm frozen. And then, boom, 40% of my health as I get thrown into the air. Oh, shit, I got hurt out of nowhere. I'm popping a hellstone. Oh, my God, what do I do? And then I hit the ground. 10 to 15% more falling damage. So, to equate that, we have a healer. This beautiful healer right here. Preferably a priest. The reason is he stays right here the whole time. He's healing the mobs, or he's healing the raid. Watery Graves goes out. He runs over here and he posts up. Why? Because he can renew this guy. He can bubble this guy. He can flash heal this guy. He can COH, or circle healing this guy. You know, he can do a bunch of other shit. So just have a healer here. It doesn't need to be a priest. We just like a priest. Have a healer here. Getting ready to heal the Watery Graves. At 25%, the Watery Graves no longer exist, but everything else is, the fight is exactly the same. But Watery Graves, instead of you getting teleported to them, they then come to you. These big ass bubble, or, you know, this orbs of water will come to you and explode. So just don't get hit by them. Don't be an idiot. Like, that's it. And then, so what we do is just get far away from those. 25% comes, that's phase 2. The tank just pulls him all the way to this back corner, as far away from these watery globules as they possibly can, guys. And that's it. That's it. Good luck. Let's get to the footage. Peace. All right, we say the lovely TSW pulling the tank, and he's going to pull this boss to this lovely corner, like I said, right? He's going to sit here, and he's going to tank and spank him. Now, this footage from here on out, I'm pretty much only going to show the prop paladin because he's the only one doing something on this fight, okay? So, you have a warrior. He's going to stand here the entire time. The entire time. The entire time. Until 25% when he moves back to this, over this back corner, right? He's doing that. The range DPS. And the melee. Melee are going to be here the entire time. Range DPS, they're over here the entire time. You see what I mean? Like no one's doing anything except for the prop paladin, which we have right here. So I'm gonna show you exactly what he does. All right. So now you see people getting watery graved. You don't see it, but you can see it right here. Pause it. See it? Water right here. Watery grave. Boom. He's getting thrown in the air. You see it? There's the damage, and he takes more damage here. We have a priest over here. He's with Moon. He's kind of just hiding for some reason, but he's healing all these guys. He's over here spam healing them, getting them in the motion. Right? Okay. Boom. There's Earthquake. Earthquake just happened. Look how much damage Earthquake did. Earthquake did this much damage to everybody. The Violent Earthquake has alerted nearby Murlocs. Now Murlocs are coming. Now Murlocs are going to be coming from here and behind me. The Paladin, we have two Paladins. Graze is going to get these ones, and then Fark's going to get these ones. These ones over here to the side that you can't see are really easy to get because they're already here. Put a Consecration down. That's all you got to do. The other Paladin, watch what he does with this. This is all you got to do to heal. You can put a couple flash shields out, flash light, because that'll give you some threat. Remember, because if people are hurt, you're getting some threat. Murlocs, it helps a little bit. One pack of Murlocs is good. These Murlocs are coming. He puts a Consecration down. He has all these Murlocs in it right now. And then he just brings them over to the boss. All the range, which once again, like I said, are not moving pretty much the whole fight, are sitting there. And you guys just seed out the boss and kill them. Like, I know a lot of people struggle with this fight, but bottom line, that's all you have to do. There's no secrets. Like, there's nothing here. Now, obviously, this is the whole fight. I'm going to talk during this part. So a big issue that I see people having with this is one of these, your Paladin tank getting watery graved. What do you do when your Paladin tank gets watery graved? Stop attacking the Murlocs for one. Like you guys should have your Paladin tank knows when there's enough threat out there for people to start seeding. So when you guys go out there in the beginning, when the Murlocs come, right? Earthquake's out. Murlocs are right now coming. Besides the Paladin tank, no one needs to be healing anybody. Nobody's going to be taking damage. There's no damage besides the Earthquake that really is going out besides the tanks, right? Unless you pull aggro on the Murlocs. Give them time to do that. Right now, if he was to get watery grave, the Murlocs are going over there with him. Like, just stay off of him until this Paladin tank calls AoE, or whoever's in charge of your AoE calls AoE, right? Because the only thing that really fucks this fight up is you pulling aggro on the boss, right? Because of his tidal wave, that's 400% less slower casting speed on the tanks. If you pull aggro on the Murlocs, you're dead. Like you're not, it's hard to recover from it, right? So it's just a really patient fight of you having to be super careful and really patient and giving your tank time to get it right. Like I said, if the tank gets watery graved, it's not a wipe. It's the healer gets watery graved, it's not a wipe. Just adjust how you guys adjust and be careful and don't pull aggro. Like if you, I'm a Warlock. As a Warlock, if I don't start seeding right now because I see Murlocs, you see Murlocs coming from this way and this way, don't start AoEing right here. Do not AoE yet. Just wait. Let him build threat. He's building threat. Now I'm building threat. I'm building threat. I'm bringing it in like I'm bringing it together like butt cheeks. And then we're going to sit here. Now we AoE. Now we call AoE. You see the Paladin tanks are both kiting around. This is the whole fight. This is why I'm showing a Paladin footage. It doesn't matter for anybody else besides the Paladin or whatever tanks that you're using for the Murlocs. Yeah, but that's this is literally the whole fight. It's not that it looks simple. It's harder to accomplish, but at the same time, it's not like impossible to accomplish. It's just literally watching your threat. All right, in the phase 2, we have 25%. He goes at 25%. There's no more watery graves. Now they chase you. Do not get hit by them. And then push them to the corner like you see here. Ignore the Murlocs that spawn from here on out. And finish the boss, guys. That's it. I'm going to speed this up. See you on the next one. Peace.